Hello, thank you so much for tuning in to Team B's presentation on PepsiCo. We chose to evaluate PepsiCo in terms of their marketing effectiveness, sales, market shares, and brand awareness. These aspects of the company will determine the profitability and stock price. We will evaluate characteristics such as customer strategy, product and promotional mix, pricing, and communication to consumers. All of these characteristics will provide rationale for how PepsiCo is succeeding in the industry, but also could utilize some methods to further strengthen its business. We will be using the following scale to assess the various strategies, which is fairly basic, going from poor to excellent, poor being 1, excellent being 5. PepsiCo was established in 1965 as a result of the merger of Pepsi-Cola and Frito-Lay. Immediately following, Doritos was introduced, which has now become one of the most popular snack chips. Over the years, they've gone on to acquire many brands such as Pizza Hut, Taco Bell, and Mug Root Beer. By the mid-90s, they had introduced one of the most popular brands of bottled water, Aquafina. Following the acquisition of Quaker Oats in the early 2000s, they just celebrated the 50th anniversary in 2015. As we go through the strategies, it's important to keep in mind some of their largest competitors, the obvious one being Coca-Cola. However, Kellogg's and Mondelez International play a huge role. A brief review of their financial summary shows us they had $63 billion in annual revenues in 2015, which was actually down 5% from 2014. Their Frito-Lay segment contributing the largest amount with $14.8 billion, showing an increase of 2%. Their profitability continues to trail peers and industry average, with snacks coming out ahead of beverages. Their snacks hold a dominating market share of 36.4%, while beverages hold about a quarter. They spend an average of $3.9 billion on marketing and more specifically to build their brand. Next, we're going to take a high-level look at the 5 C's: competitors, company, customers, collaborators, and context. Their competitors, amongst the ones we've discussed, also include Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. The company employs 274,000 people, headquartered in New York, offer both food and beverages, covering 22 brands, which earn over $1 billion in revenue. To provide context, they are the second largest non-alcoholic beverage maker in the U.S. They utilize shelf space to influence shopping patterns and cater to worldwide taste differences. Their collaborators include raw material manufacturers, distributors, warehouses, retail stores. But we will be focusing on the customer strategy in particular. They serve more than 200 countries and complementary consumption of both snacks and beverages. PepsiCo has divided into 6 focus segments for its products. There's Frito-Lay North America, Quaker Foods North America, Latin America Foods, America's Beverages, Europe, Asia, Middle East, and Africa. Each segment has unique tastes and consumer needs that are heavily catered to by Pepsi, including flavorings of snacks and beverages. So given the level of attention that they pay to their consumer needs, we have rated their customer segmentation as good. Next, we'll go through the 4 P's of marketing, better known as the marketing mix. We'll go through their product mix, their place and distribution mix, their promotion mix, and their pricing strategies. Product mix is probably PepsiCo's strongest area. Their product diversity compared to their competitors is excellent, being one of the only companies to offer non-alcoholic beverages along with a wide array of snack options. Current PepsiCo product range, most of which were added through mergers, include soft drinks, energy drinks, cereals, snacks, breakfast bars, sports nutrition, and bottled water. This variety combination leads us to rate their product diversity as excellent. For their place and distribution mix, they primarily use a global network for distribution. They have 2 places for distribution: retailers and online merchandisers. Most of the products are sold through retailers, however, any PepsiCo merchandise, such as shirts, are sold online. They also manufacture and distribute brands from Dr. Pepper Snapple Group. They have a 3-channel distribution network. Third-party distributors, which mainly include vending machine operators for restaurants, businesses, and schools. Direct store delivery for retail stores. This provides maximum visibility and is best for restocked products and promotions. Customer warehouses, which are less expensive and best for non-fragile products with lower turnovers. PepsiCo has made a good use of leveraging their distributors within their marketing strategy because of large contracts. However, they can have more influence on consumer buying behavior. For this reason, we have rated their distribution strategy as good. Develops products that will target customers working to improve health of products offered. Their promotional mix includes 4 different forms of promotions: advertising, sales promotion, direct marketing, and public relations. Advertising is the primary method. They often hire celebrities to endorse products on TV, radio, and online. Other methods include sales promotions, discounts, financial assistance to individuals, and sponsorships at sporting events. Advertising is PepsiCo's primary tactic for market communications. This element of the marketing mix indicates that advertisements are the main determinant of PepsiCo's ability to communicate with target customers and promote its products. Given the lack of diversity in the communication strategy, we have rated it as average. They've tried a few different ways to promote their products, including targeting segments due to expected growth. They divided their products into fun for you, good for you, and better for you categories in anticipation of consumer health trends. Unfortunately, those have not progressed the way that they thought. They also introduced craft colas, such as Caleb's Cola, which has a flavor base derived from the cola nut and has additional tones of various spices. They also launched the Spire Fountain, which produces over 1,000 flavor combinations. They need to make improvements to stay competitive in the future with people demanding healthier natural foods, and they're also a little behind Coke with the Spire Soda Fountain. Due to this, we've rated their customer positioning as fair. Pricing strategy varies depending on the product and due to the variety of items produced. They employ 2 main pricing strategies. The first one being market-oriented pricing strategy, where prices are competitive and based on other firms' prices and market conditions. The second one is the hybrid everyday value pricing strategy, used mostly for soft drinks. This strategy has a close gap between everyday prices and discounted holiday prices, since the expectation is for consumers to buy products each day, not just during the holidays. Revenue and prices are also dependent upon region. For North and Latin America, lower prices equates to a higher revenue, whereas in Europe, they can have higher prices to get higher revenues. They're doing well with their pricing strategy by catering prices to markets that purchase their products, and for this, we've rated them as good. Their strengths include having a robust brand image and an expansive mix of products, large global distribution, and significant production connections. On the other hand, their weaknesses include not maximizing the growth outside of America's, non-expansive business portfolios, and weak marketing for health-conscious customers. They need to capitalize on some of their opportunities, including diversifying and expanding their business, increasing presence in developing countries, and continue to create partnerships with complementary businesses. Some threats they should look out for is their aggressive competition, particularly from Coca-Cola in the beverage sector, the increasing push for reduction of unhealthy ingredients, and also environmental issues. Given all that we've reviewed, we have a final few recommendations for PepsiCo that we believe would lead to an increase in their brand equity and awareness, which would in turn have a positive effect on their stock price and market share. They should continue to find ways to engage consumers. PepsiCo can look for ways to communicate strategy to their consumers. For example, they could ask them what kind of beverage they preferred, or ask them to vote for their favorite new flavor of chips. Also, solutions could be created for new products that should be added to their lineup. They should also maintain diversity in beverage and snack markets. PepsiCo has started creating new products in various markets. Other large markets are starting to grow rapidly. For example, PepsiCo has begun entering the market in China by offering unique products to the customers. Articles have described how PepsiCo is entering the emerging markets by establishing satellite offices in these countries. By doing all this, PepsiCo is setting itself up for success with new as well as exciting customers. They should also gain a larger market share in the beverage industry. They currently have a market share that is smaller in comparison to Coca-Cola for the beverage market. They should look for ways to reevaluate their marketing strategy, enter into new markets where other competitors are struggling, or attempt to enter a new market with limited competition. They should also keep environmental concerns in mind moving forward. If PepsiCo can keep environmental concerns in mind for the future, it will help the brand image of the company. Consumers who are conscious about the environment will see this as a positive and will want to purchase the company's products. Thank you for tuning in.